Hello, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Brawlcasters. I'm James. That Wolverine-looking guy over there is Alex, and we are bringing our combined 50 years of martial arts experience to the internet to call some of the craziest fights. Though I have to point out, you had the Superman curl and the Logan
Oh
loaf
yeah,
going at the same time. That was
yeah, yeah.
impressive.
I think I can get it back. Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, that's
Boom, and then ka-chow.
yeah,
It's about the best we're gonna get about it. Okay.
yeah. All right. So now, are we gonna pull any other superhero references out right now, or
I mean, we can try. All right,
yeah,
but we ain't quitters here, guys. We don't pull out. Broadcasters. If you are a brawler, you don't pull out, guys. That's your broadcaster lesson today. Don't pull out. Mom ain't raised no bitch. Don't be a quitter.
he's talking about fights, folks. He's talking about fights.
I'm
Don't
not
pull
talking about fights. I'm talking about life. All right. Talking about life, fights, and everything in between, guys. Don't pull out. Do your thing.
Exactly. Though, since we did talk about superheroes for a moment, I feel it appropriate now to talk about. You and I had talked about Absolute Batman on the show
Hmm.
before,
Yeah,
and
I told you to read it.
my boy Richie brought me an issue, and I was like, "This is this is the this is the universe telling me it's time to go and buy yourself these trades." So I bought them. I'm in the second issue of the trades where Bane has been introduced,
Hmm.
and one of my least favorite things in comic books happens, and I've read comics for years. I'm sure you have as well. I hate when you flip the page and the page on the right, there's a big, like, pop moment that you can't help but see when you flip the
Yeah.
page. But you need to read the page on the left in order to get to that big pop moment.
Yeah, you see like somebody getting stabbed, and then you're just like, "Oh fuck, wait, I didn't want to see that."
Yeah,
I'm gonna read
it was
this.
the
Yeah,
Matches Malone moment. If it, like, you'll probably
yeah,
remember that from the back. Yeah. So like I see that and like big pop moment. I have to read all this to understand how that happened. Hate
yeah.
that. I hate that.
Happens all the time, man. And I'm trying to think, when did that happen? Oh, so I read my manga, I read my other. It's like Japanese comics,
Yes.
whatever. So they mislabeled a chapter. I read the app on my bus ride going to work sometimes, and they mislabeled a chapter. And I realized afterwards, this was supposed to be 82. It was 83. And 83 started with some guy dying, but it was like 82 was the fight. Now I don't care about 82. Now I just saw him getting stabbed in the chest.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to win the fight. He doesn't. So great. Now I don't know that.
Yeah.
Now you just killed it for me. I don't want to go back and read the fight.
It's like comic book writers. Learn the lesson. Put your pop moment on the page on the left. Put it
Yeah.
on the page on the left. So that way when I flip, it's what, like, all I gotta do is read two boxes and I'm gonna be there anyway. Stretch
It's
your
not even
dialogue or
comic.
shrink your dialogue. Get there.
Sometimes not only their fault. It's the whoever puts the ads in sometimes, because when they put the ads in, they fuck it up.
Well, like this is a trade where they took all the issues and they smushed them together.
Oh yeah, so they just fucked up.
Yeah, like that. That's it's just it's aggravating.
That peeve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like so. Here's a silly moment of something very similar that I did to myself once, and like totally didn't realize until like way too long in. You're familiar, I'm sure, with the TV show The Boys.
Yeah.
So first season of The Boys drops. I hear about it a little bit. I'm like, I should watch this show. And I start it, and somehow, some way, when I started it on my my Prime account, I was watching it on my phone because it was the middle of the summer. I was floating in the pool in the backyard. I'm like, I'll watch a show while I'm out here. So I put it on my phone. But the way that the episodes line up in the Prime app versus in the Prime app on like a Fire Stick
Yeah.
is in the Prime app on a Fire Stick, it goes from 1 to 8. In the phone ad, at least at the time, or again, this could have just been human error. I'm despite the fact that I'm the more technologically savvy of you and I, sometimes I still do have
Brain
those
rock.
moments where I'm like, yo, with myself. So 8 was on top. So I just pressed the top one because that's what I'm used to. And I'm watching like 20 minutes of this show. And I'm like, I feel like there's a lot that they're expecting me just to like know
No.
this world.
Yeah.
And like, I'm into this episode deep already. And like, I feel like they're expecting I know this stuff. And I know there are some shows where they just drop you in the middle of the universe and like they tell you the story over time. And like, I'm cool with that. But I'm like, I feel like I'm not getting the answers that I need to get to understand who these people are and why she feels like that and why he's got this thing like that. That's when I like hit pause for some reason. Was, oh, this is episode 8, idiot. then I go back, and now there's like all this stuff that happens along the way that I had the spoiler on because I watched the first 15, 20 minutes of the last episode already, like a bonehead.
Listen, man, you may be more tech savvy, but I know click, watch, go. All right,
Well, yeah, I mean that's you're a black belt in that, aren't you?
click, watch, go.
Yeah, that's like who I forget who put it on their fighter questionnaire for us at Flex Fight. Someone who said that their fight style was look see do.
I don't remember, but that was
I've seen that one more than once, but look see do I've seen before.
yeah.
Which,
We had some interesting fighter questionnaires lately. I will say,
oh,
people are getting better with it. Shout out to Couch to Cage,
yeah, couch to cage.
Couch to Cage. Yeah, they had some interesting guys.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Huh?
We'll say that for sure. I'll
Yeah,
agree.
no, but like some interesting guys, but also some guys that I think showed promise.
Yeah, yeah, and we're hoping to see even better, because like even some of the responses I saw out of those guys on social media was in the right direction.
Well, there was one guy. There was two of them that were really good. There was a taller black gentleman. I think he won his fight if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
he did really well, or he almost won his fight. And then there was the other one that dropped his opponent twice and then let the fight go to the ground and unfortunately got choked out.
Yes.
But he did really well.
Yeah, yeah, and I would not mind seeing that fight run back, because
No,
like
learn how to sprawl.
yeah. Well, not only that, it was a kind of in transition where that guillotine happened, but I
Yeah,
also I did around with that kid who wound up winning that fight when I went to grapple our boy TJ,
yeah.
and that kid is strong. Like he definitely wrestled, good top pressure, understands underhooks and stuff like that. So I know like that about him, but he's also like he did the USA Metros in
Yeah.
2022 for boxing. Like he's like 2-0 in boxing, so the kid's got better hands than he showed too. So it'd be interesting to see, knowing that kid is better and seeing the potential of the other kid. I'd love to see that fight run back, even though it
Yeah,
ended early.
there's a few that I would love to see run back. Guys, if you don't tune in, when we do our broadcast flex, definitely watch some of the old clips, man. Watch us. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we want to hear that from you. Just like we want you to
Yeah.
subscribe, we want you to leave comments, we want you to like, we want you to buy the merch. We want to hear what you hear from us on Flex too. You can also hear us talk about Brawlcasters almost incessantly.
Well, I let you do it. I don't think we could both just kind of hammer that one home.
I mean, I have to because somebody's got to, and you just
Yeah, I mean, I
sit
think
there
you
with a
just took
smile
the
on your face
brains on
most
that
of the
one.
time. Though, what my favorite thing from Flex, and I think I can speak for both of us on this one, is the day after the broadcast when you and I are in a group chat with Rick the Stick, Regulator Rick,
Wrangler Rick.
Wrangler Rick, and Rick, one of the staff members of Flex, watches the show back the next day.
Yeah.
And he just shoots random quotes out that one of us said during the broadcast with like laughy emojis, and it usually kills both of us.
Yeah, yeah. It's always fun to just get a random text and then you're just like, I did say that. Or,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
did say
But it's
that.
like some of these gems, like in the moment they were quick, so you forget about them, and then like they come back to you when he says them, and it's fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, there was one, it was not this show, it was a show before that I said something and I like broke you and you had to like, you were like red and you just had to hit the panic button. I forgot what I said.
I don't know. There was something you said on this show too during the heavyweight kickboxing title fight where I was
Yeah.
rendered speechless as well, and
And I don't know. There was one that I distinctly it was like somebody made a joke in their fight question about Tylenol, and I was like, you got to change the name to the Tylenol Kid after that or something like that.
Something like that.
Tyrant. That was another one that I did a while ago that I just said, and I remember Nick, who works in broadcasting. Shout out to Nick. Nick is great. He came up to me and he was like, "Bro, I was dying laughing back there." So we do have our really fun moments, guys.
So my favorite moment ever in broadcast history, I don't remember if you were a part of it or not. I'll be 100% honest. Ian, who used to work with us at Flex, who is, he was interning, and MMA not his passion. Baseball really is. Has graduated onto an awesome program for him, a Florida-based baseball program. He's doing great. But we were doing a pro MMA fight, and the guys were like sliding all around the mat, and it was right after Diddy got arrested and the 1,000 bottles of baby oil got found. And I was like, it's more slippery than a P. Diddy party in there. And Ian, exactly what you described, hit the button, took his headset off, and just turned around and curled into a ball for a solid like 90 seconds. While I, and I forget if it was you or D-Rock, the Long Island legend. And
Yeah, it might have been D-Rock on that one.
It might have been D-Rock because he's legendary.
That might have been the Sheldon show where I split.
Yeah, might have been that show. Which, I mean, at that point, you could have jumped in for Ian because he practically did CPR.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so now
Well,
we got, speaking of insane, we have an insane dirty boxing match this evening for you guys. So let's get to it in 3 and 2 and 1.
boom.
So we see our boy Nukuh the dog is back.
Yeah, I gotta say again, the face paint looks cool. I'm cool with you doing the Warriors vibe. It's gonna get very annoying when it gets sweaty. Also, I said it while we were like loading up this fight. I've been there before.
Yeah.
It's an abandoned. It used to be like a power plant or something like that. Now it's just filled with graffiti. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the college I went to. Was a Vanderbilt, you know, the family, the Vanderbilts that were like huge in New York. It was a Vanderbilt mansion, and it got converted to a college. Nice. And then the college lost its accreditation, and now it's exactly like that, just broken out windows, weeds all over the place, graffiti. It's terrible because it's a gorgeous old building.
Yeah, this one too. It's a really nice building. It's pretty cool. It's by Yonkers.
Yeah, I actually love that there's no ring whatsoever, and there's a random plastic garbage can in the background. That's awesome.
I mean, I love the lighting too.
Yeah, this is definitely great. I'm glad I have my contrast turned way up.
Well, I mean, they're not really doing anything right.
No, I mean, Nukuh trying some spinning stuff there. I don't know this other guy's name because they've never said it, and there was no introductory credits.
Just call him face paint.
No, face paint we know is Nukuh the dog.
Oh yeah. So we'll call him Green Tracksuit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just call him Tracksuit. Tracksuit. Keep it simple. So Nukuh kind of working behind the jab a little bit, and Tracksuit trying to work a Philly shell, but really doesn't know what he's doing with it. Like the key in the Philly shell is your front shoulder is up and your back hand is touching your cheekbone, and like he's got none of that, and he's just flailing wildly. Though maybe he was figuring if he pushed Nukuh back enough, Nukuh would have tripped on those bags of leaves behind him, and that could have led to a takedown. Yeah,
I mean, like what James is talking about, a lot of people do the Philly shell roll and they just stand like this. You really got to be here.
Yeah.
Like this kind of motion and kind of rocking towards your elbow. That's a lot different than this.
Yeah.
And that's what people do.
He doesn't even have the backhand by his face. He's got it chest high. He's like holding it like where you'd hold a microphone.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we know a little about holding microphones. You know, we're big time like that.
And then the thing is, like, I wouldn't mind it if he's parrying the jab with it. Like, if you're keeping your lead hand out and you parry the jab and you go for a block, I don't mind that. But
okay, I just need to acknowledge what just happened. He landed a low blow on Tracksuit, and Tracksuit just yelled out, "He punched me in the dick." And Nukuh was a minute like, sorry.
That's fair. I appreciate the sportsmanship.
Yeah.
I will say, guys, also, like, you know, you guys aren't trying to kill each other, or if you guys are, you guys can't, which is fair. But fighting in a park like this, guys, is a really, really recipe for disaster. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, and the lighting just continues to get worse.
Yeah, I think the sun is setting.
Yeah, though I do like the black light effect on the thumb of the gloves.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you play with one of those light up balls in the dark.
I like how the camera just went out of focus there.
Yeah, that's great.
Guys, please be careful if you guys are fighting at events like this, or I'm not even gonna call this an event. If you guys are signing up to fight at YouTube shows like this and stuff, like genuinely, guys, be careful. There's a fighter. I'm not even gonna give him like the clout. That used to fight at Flex. That wasn't a good fighter there, and now he's doing like brawling stuff. And
yeah,
every time I see it, I'm like, damn, dude, you're gonna get hurt.
And he just continues to lose, which gets you. You know.
Well, yeah.
If I recall the fighter you're talking about correctly, we even have seen pictures of him with Nukuh. Beautiful. Nice hook by Nukuh.
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm like really trying to lean away from my own lighting so I can see this.
Right, yeah, Nukuh, I was just gonna say I can barely see what's going on.
This is just proof, like we said to you guys many times, we don't watch these fights before we film them for you guys.
Lighting came back a little bit.
Yeah, I think they circled away from the building, and now that the building isn't blocking the background, they're getting more lighting in from the sky. I like the Tracksuit is just trying to do this whole hands down thing, even though he does not have any head movement to speak of. Like, some guys just believe like Rocky movies are real, and that they can just be like, I've decided your punches don't hurt me anymore.
I
So
think
I'll
he
just put my
busted
hands up.
Nukuh's nose.
What's that?
I think he busted Nukuh's nose.
I can't tell because of the horrible contrast of this video. Nukuh definitely got tagged a couple times, and he's definitely feeling it a little bit.
I think his nose is busted. I can't really tell.
See, like this whole like hands down, your punches don't hurt anymore. Hate to break it to you, you're not Rocky Balboa. Like you can't just decide punches don't hurt anymore. That's not the way physiology works. Like you still get hurt by punches. See, I feel like the fight we called of Nukuh's must have been after this fight because he was definitely more skilled than we're seeing here.
Yeah. This is. I hope this is before that fight.
Then again, if I recall correctly, he was landing some nice body kicks in that fight, so it may have been.
9, 8.
They're swinging out in the last couple of seconds here. A little left hand from Nukuh.
5, 4,
And
3, 2.
that was weird.
Fight.
Okay, now they got a spotlight on him. That's great. And they've moved way closer to the trash can. There's clearly been a lot of time between rounds.
Who's deciding the winner?
I don't know. Hopefully whoever it is can do that better than this guy can focus the camera. Because, damn. Like, we've seen some bad refereeing. We've seen some bad judging. We've seen some bad other such things. But this is bad a lot of production. Now, Nukuh... I hear that. He's like, the lights are in my eyes. So it's like, turn 90 degrees, bro.
You just turn.
Yeah, look, now the lights are in my eyes.
There you go.
That doesn't seem like that's rocket science to me.
I mean, you're using logic, buddy.
That's like, you've been to my school. You know there's like windows on the one side of the mat. So certain times of day, the sun will come right over it. Kids will look at me in class. They'll be like, the sun's in my eyes. So like, well, spin. Like, just turn. Like, oh.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're allowed to like move when you spar. It's fine. I definitely feel like Nukuh has been tagged sometimes and lost some confidence here. Because you can see a lot of hesitation. He's not throwing anything first anymore. And he's really retreating every time the tracksuit comes at him.
Yeah, I think he got his nose busted.
Well, I don't know, because like he still looks like the Crow in his makeup there. So
Don't insult the Crow like that.
you're right. I'm sorry.
This is like the Crow 4, like one of those.
Yeah.
The direct-to-video ones.
Yeah, like when they had RoboCop with a different actor, like one of those.
There was like, no, it was like Crow City of Angels. That was shit.
Yeah, like guys, you can only get so much meat off of a cow. Like, let's not try to continue. So you can see Tracksuit. He's got some power. He understands like he definitely could throw a ball pretty far because that's like the mechanics he's using to throw a punch, which isn't great, but he could definitely generate some whip at the end of it.
Yeah.
And Nukuh just doesn't have the defense to just like block and throw a nice straight one too.
Well, funny enough, when I always tell people when you're punching so much with your back, you're gonna throw out your shoulders. You're gonna mess up your traps. I've seen a lot of people mess up their shoulders. We saw a fighter recently, dislocated shoulder. Remember?
Yeah.
That was
on
from
a takedown,
landing
though.
wrong. Yeah, but that's from landing wrong,
Yeah.
right? So my point being is just like when you don't understand the body mechanics of how to do certain things, how to even throw a punch. That was a slip. How to throw a punch, how to break fall properly, how to fall properly, any of those things. It's like, oh shit, I just broke my body.
Yeah.
10.
We had a fight
9,
a couple of fights ago
8,
where the guy pulled his calf
7,
from doing punches like that.
6,
Yeah.
5, 4,
Or even like,
3, 2.
you get unlucky. Remember the guy at this event? I don't know what's happening there.
End of the fight.
Nice. Who won?
Doesn't look like anybody won, but I can tell you who lost. Us, because we just watched it.
I'm also gonna be very honest with you. Bag Fighting Championship is not a good fucking name.
Yeah, it's not a good name. Their production was terrible. Yeah. I just saw Insane Dirty Boxing Match, and I was like, ooh, that sounds exciting. And I was wrong. That was just two
you were
guys just
wrong on that one.
winging at each other. So, guys, we do not recommend Bag Fighting Championships. We
I don't know why that has 6.2K views.
Yeah. Good title. That's why. Yeah. Like, how does that have more views than even one of our episodes? That's
I don't know, man.
That's
That was
disturbing.
bad.
But that's why we need people like you to subscribe, to tell a friend, to like, to comment, to buy the merch, right?
Buy the merch.
Listen, guys, there's not a lot we need you to do. listen, you can comment down below how terribly you thought the lighting was. We'll make sure to pass the message along to Bag Fighting Championships. Not really. We'll just comment on the video angrily. Also, if there's a fight you want us to call, comment it down below. Just make sure there's a referee. We know there was an official there because there was a cameraman who was like involved in the fight, even though there wasn't like a true referee standing in. So that's why we were able to call that one. But nonetheless, make sure there's a ref in the fight that you ask us to call. Other than that, guys, watch that production and just do better when you're watching filming your own videos and stuff.
Let us know.
Any closing thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was terrible. Guys, I mean, if there's anything we could take out of this, it's how good Alex's hair is right now. Just the absolute gem that is. So, guys, go out on that high note for us. All right? And until next time, brawl on.